Andrew just said the words, "I'll give you a thumb when we've done enough." Like, the phrase I believe is, "I'll give you a thumbs up," and there's something so threatening about "I'll thumb you when I'm done with you."
Andrew, just so you know,
hell.
you can thumb me anytime, no consent needed. That's just a blanket consent.
Yikes.
That's just a blanket consent for that.
Welcome to episode 103 of Trusty Hogs. I'm Catherine Bohart. She's Helen Bauer. We're going to tell you about our perfect lives, and then we're going to answer our listener problems. Helen has her period. Andrew's being threatening. Emma's back from holidays, and I'm here. Hello.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them, or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
I've been through it.
I can't.
I've been through it.
No. Here, what is it? Just that you have your period?
Nope.
What else?
Jacob.
Not this again. I can't. You shouldn't have named him.
Yeah, okay, I don't like it if you have any communication with Snail.
You shouldn't have named him.
So we've been aware on the podcast for a couple of weeks now. I had a slug problem, which has been dealt with. All good, they've just gone. And a mouse problem. First,
What do you mean they've just gone?
they went. They're like just not there anymore.
Are they under your bed?
No, we like put salt down so they wouldn't go certain places, and now they're just not there. So it's like maybe slug season's over. Then we had a mouse. Then we realised we had two mice. One was counter mice, one was floor mouse. Okay, now counter mouse.
Oh, I thought Counter Mouse was original Mouse's enemy. Like
No,
Mouse
no.
and Counter Mouse.
Counter mouse was very naughty, but not very bright. Now, here's what happened. We bought like these electric plugins to make a noise that we can't hear to try and get rid of them. But then it turns out it draws them in more for 3 weeks and then they go away.
Why would that be the system?
I know, that Sunil bought them. I think they're wrong. I think he bought the wrong thing. I think he brought like a drawing in device.
What?
For animals. Anyway.
Like a Snow White plugin.
Like a silly Snow White plugin. So, but then one day I was in the living room, in my bedroom, and he was like, "Oh my God, there's a mouse." And I went, "Oh my God, where?" So I came out, and he went that way. He's gone down that way. And I was like, "There's nowhere out that way. He's behind the microwave. There's nowhere out." And Snail was like, "So what are you going to do?" And I was like, "I'm going to capture him in a bowl." And he was like, "No, you won't. You're going to freak out." And I was like, "I promise you I won't." I made him pull the microwave over. I caught Mousy in a bowl, put him onto a sheet, and then I threw him over our back fence. Hello? And he ran away. And then the next...
How do you know he made it okay? Did he make it out?
Yeah, because I saw him land and run.
And then you burned the bowl?
No, washed it. Oh my God, we should have burnt that.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is now.
Yeah.
No, we did, I think Sunil cleaned it pretty well. And also he wasn't in the bowl, he was under it. You know? And only for like 60 seconds.
Right, so one's gone.
So Catherine's not coming to mind again.
No, so you lost me at slugs, to be honest with you. So wait,
then the other one could not get him for love nor money. I called him Jacob. He was very silly. He one night.
Not so silly that he couldn't outsmart you.
He loved £1,000 Sisters. He loved all the TV shows. He was just constantly watching them with us. One night he came out. He found, because then he started taking over counter as well as floor, because he could have everything, right?
Yeah.
And he came out and he went on the drying rack and looked over at Sunil, and Sunil looked back at him like, and he was like,
Why are you doing a sultry face?
Because he's silly. Jacob was silly. And then he lay under the drying rack like, "I'm in jail and that's where you want me, but you can't get me there." And then like ran away again.
Yikes.
It was just so funny. And but I was like, we have to get rid of Jacob.
You described him like Gus from Cinderella.
Yeah, he was so silly.
What happened to him? What happened to him?
So I bought humane traps.
Right.
I bought they're called Mouse Motel Double Sweet Edition. So it's like in green. In green. Nice
you
colour.
bought a Barbie dream house for the mouse.
Yeah, well, Double Sweet Edition. So it was big enough that if they get caught, they've got a little bit of room, you know, bit of happiness.
Right.
And it had stickers with it. You could decorate it. It was really fun.
Right.
So I set up one on the counter
Stickers?
and one on the floor.
What do you mean decorate it?
So it was like just fun for me. Hello.
Right.
And then put one on the floor. And then I read that they like peanut butter, so I put peanut butter in the end of it. And I put loads in, so then like even if they did get caught, they have a snack for a while.
Right.
Next morning, wake up. Where's Jacob? On the floor inside of the Mouse Motel. And he has clearly had a terrible night of it. I come out, I see him, and I'm like, you know that feeling of like,
Guilt.
obviously I want you to be caught, but I didn't want you to go in the trap 10 minutes after I went to bed. And by the amount of shit and the panic and the like condensation from him clearly breathing heavily, that was inside. Like I was like, you've been in here for like 6 hours. It was awful. So I immediately like run down to Sunil's room and I'm like, wake up, wake up, wake up. Jacob's awake, Jacob's awake. So
Sorry, this is fucking hell.
and then I'm getting messages from my agent being like, you're supposed to be doing an Instagram live, a great Instagram takeover for the Soho Theatre. And I was like, you don't understand, there's a life in the balance. So then I was like Instagram living for Soho Theatre. Like, I've got a mouse. And then the Soho Theatre like, plug your show, you've got to plug your show. And I'm like, there's a lot. It was insane. And then we get to the park, and on the way to the park, I'm holding Jacob inside of a tote bag so we can't see out. Because you know, like when they're torturing people in like Guantanamo Bay, they like cover their eyes so they can't see what's going to happen.
Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo. What is it? Guantanamo. Well, I've not been. And he's covered, and we're going to get a Please, can we all calm down because this is important. And we're going to get... And then Sunil stops and gets a coffee, and I'm like, I can feel him running up and down, and I'm walking so carefully so as not to shake him. And then we get into the park, and then a bee flies right by my ear. Sunil stopped to get a coffee on the way to the park. And I was like, what is happening? But he was the one that was like, we've got to go. He's having a panic attack. And I was like, I know he's having a panic attack. I feel terrible right now. But you can't, like, after releasing the other one over the fence, like, I read that you have to take them like a mile away from your house. And I was like, we should take him away.
So the other one will be back.
Maybe. But
sorry, focus on Jacob right
now.
now.
So then we get to the park.
Have you ever read Jacob's Room by Virginia Woolf?
Huh?
Have you ever read Jacob's Room by Virginia Woolf?
No, I read A Room of One's Own, which is like that series of essays about female writers. It was very good though. I didn't know it was going to be that. Like.
I think it's Jacob's Room, isn't it?
I think it's a ladder, not a room.
No.
Just having a laugh with you.
Finish your story.
Okay, well done, Catherine. You knew a book name. I was so bitchy. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we get to the park, and I get Jacob out of it, and I think you can just release mice into parks, can't you? Like, it's all chill. And I said you have to release them near a body of water, so I went close to a pond. So I was like, then he's got an option of water.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's definitely mice. Like, he'll make friends.
If you traumatize him enough, he can drown himself.
But he's such a silly mouse that I think he'd be like, he'd make friends quite fast. Like, he wasn't rude.
Right, okay.
It was just naughty.
Can you stop crying? Come on.
So I get him on the floor. I pull it up. He runs straight out, and I'm like, bye. Like, don't turn back. It's okay. Like, don't have to do a big goodbye.
Are you just left holding a double suite of shit?
And then, I'm holding the Mouse Motel, and he's gone. Put Mouse Motel back in my bag.
You put the bag of shit and condensation back into your bag?
Yeah, and then I went home, and I washed it, and then I washed the bag.
You washed the Mouse Motel?
They give you, like, when you buy it, they give you, like, a sponge to wash it out with. But they're like, don't wash it, like, so intensely that it ruins the smell of the mouse, because that'll make it easier to catch them in the future, because I'm going to keep it.
You reuse it?
Yeah. It's a humane trap.
Okay.
How do you think? Okay, this is when it gets really
dark. It's not
dark.
a sanitary trap.
So
This is where it gets dark.
I've let go of Jacob. Said goodbye. I have a takeaway coffee from home already, and Sunil's like, should we just sit in the park in a little bit and just like calm down? Because I had like a BBC interview to then go do, and then my tech, and then my first show at Soho. Like, it was a really big day.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right, I need to calm down. I just need to like just play
just get the
my
cortisol
matching game on my
down.
phone
Yeah.
and like relax a bit. So we went and sat by the bandstand. And as we walked away from our released Jacob, we turned a corner, and there was a sign, massive sign, handwritten, keep your dogs on their leads. 3 goslings dead in a week.
What are goslings?
Baby swans. Which means if 3 goslings have been killed in a week.
I thought baby swans were cygnets.
Oh, what's a gosling then? Oh, baby goose? Oh, no.
God.
there's dogs killing baby geeseys in my area. If they do that to a
Jacob's
goose, what are they going to
fucked.
do to little Jacob? And his mental health's not good after a night in Mouse Motel. I basically turned a corner, read that sign. Sunil saw me like start to collapse.
No.
He went, he's fine. And I
No.
went, you know he's not.
He can run faster than a gosling. And he doesn't
That's
smell like
true.
delicious chicken.
3 goslings dead in a week.
Yeah, but goslings
In a week.
If they're, Helen, listen, I just watched a series called Alone on
Yeah,
Channel
I've been
4.
watching it. You recommended it to me.
Nobody eats a mouse until they can't get fish. What I'm saying to you is, if there are goslings available, they're not going for Jacob. The shit-smelling mouse.
Can I say
no
one
one
more
wants that
thing
for their
then?
snack.
If their dogs are going for the goslings and they're not going for the mouse,
Yeah.
there's then in the park mean dogs and angry geese whose babies have been killed.
But I think their beef is with each other.
They're not going to touch Jacob, do you think?
I actually don't think they have the time. It sounds like they're busy. Well, you already have had a stressful week. You haven't even mentioned my T-shirt.
Mental health guy.
Mental health
It's
gay.
a really good T-shirt. But can we just all just take a moment just to wish Jacob luck on his adventures?
We wish Jacob luck on his adventures. Can I tell you about my T-shirt now?
Yes, you're a mental health gay.
No, that's not the point.
Oh.
Do you remember 2 years ago at Edinburgh, I did this thing that I was like, do a nice thing for your mental health every day.
It was the worst idea you've ever had.
People loved it, but okay, fine. Anyway, Ellen, my girlfriend, saw it, and when we first met, was telling me after the fact when I was hanging out with her and my best friend Georgie and her husband. She was
Yeah.
like, I kind of wrote you off because I didn't think you'd be a laugh because I kind of thought you were like one of those mental health guys. And I was like, excuse me, what? And Georgie loved it so much that she made me a T-shirt that says mental health gay.
It's so beautiful.
It's such a horrible burn, isn't it?
No.
Ellen thought I'd be no crack because I'm a mental health gay.
I think you're gas.
Okay. Somebody's been to Ireland recently, and I don't like when you learn our phrases.
No.
I have to tell you 2 things to cheer you up.
Okay, please
These
do.
will cheer
Number
you up.
1, you're mentally unwell.
Okay, well, hot kettle, why are you here if that's not what you want from your women? 2 things. 1, I can't believe I didn't remember this in the moment. I was washing my face the other night, and I was like, wait a second. I've met the farmer. Well, I haven't met the farmer from Babe, but when he came to my university to give a speech.
Farmer Hoggett.
So, the guy who plays the farmer from Babe
Yes.
came to my university to receive some sort of medal from the Debate Society because that's how they would get celebrities in to talk to us. And obviously people were expecting some sort of like charming, like little chat, a little bit of an
No,
interview.
he's an eco warrior.
Little bit of an interview with this 19-year-old who was like the president of the Debate Society. This man took the microphone. I can't believe I forgot this. I have such bad memory. And he was wearing a black beret and gave what I can only describe as like an hour's diatribe on his time with the Black Panthers.
Father Hoggett, the actor, he is like a
Father
warrior.
Hoggett or Farmer Hoggett?
Farmer Hoggett, sorry,
Fair play to
Farmer
him.
Hoggett.
But I just was like, I just had this like literally like very lucid memory out of nowhere. I was like, wait a minute.
I can't
Wait
believe
a
you
minute.
met him?
Yeah.
Was he like in real life? Like, would you have like, you know?
No, I wouldn't have.
Okay, yeah.
And I
but
could-
like good height, right?
Okay, I know that you think he's girthy and would fuck,
Yeah.
but it's not for me. And the second, isn't that cheery?
That's insane that you've met him.
Second piece of information that I want to tell you that I think will cheer you up is, as you know, I went to see your show the other night.
Yes.
And I do have a slight bone to pick with you, but then there'll be a treat at the end. So I went to Helen's show, and it's fucking brilliant. It's so good.
Thank you.
It's genuinely like you really have like you've married who you are on stage really well.
As
It's
Catherine
so
said,
funny.
I had a great diversity of performance.
What?
He was the weirdest compliments.
No, I said the fact that you now do like so many acts and so many act outs, so many different stories.
So many
it's so
accents.
good.
You must
it's so
come
good.
see it.
But it's so good. But no, it was a little hurtful that I went to your show and you listed all of your friends, and I wasn't one of them. But that's
When?
fine. You describe all of your friends as like being from Hampshire and Brunette,
Yeah, so I'm talking about my school
and
friends.
then you list
We didn't-
them out.
We
and
didn't
you
go to
don't
school
even
together.
mention me. Emma Black gets a mention.
Emma Black's fucking, she's the thing. She's been in my life since I was 4. You arrived when I was 26.
Well, it was hurtful, and I'll say this: I was the only one there on your opening night. So, what kind of friends are they? Huh?
Oh my God,
Huh?
they came on Wednesday.
They did, yeah. When you had it bedded in and practiced, I was there ready to see you, no matter how well it went.
Holy.
To not be considered one of the friends.
Shit.
Savage. Anyway, it's grand.
I waved
I met
at
two
you
hogs outside.
3 times during the show and addressed
Helen,
you.
did you wave at me or did you slag me off from stage?
I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, I don't mind that. If you were in my show, I'd do the same, but let's not pretend that was compensatory.
Is this about how I advertise Trusty Hogs at the end of my live shows? Because I've already been doing this for 1.5 years, so most of the hogs will know this.
You do a horrible impression of me,
I don't.
but that's not what I was actually going to tell you. I was actually trying to cheer you up about your period, so I brought you a story. Are you ready?
Yeah.
By the way, you bonding with my girlfriend afterwards was vile. And I hated it.
You love it so much. Like, Catherine is like, let's let my 2 girls get along.
I do quite like it, but I don't
and
like
she
how you
hangs-
gang up on me so fast.
You
so
enjoyed
fast,
it.
so fast. Helen described my brother as an easier raise. Like, she'd prefer to be his parent than mine, so she would understand if he was my parent's preference. Because
There's so much more
because
context to
I'm
this, which I'm not
mentally
willing to
unwell,
give.
queer,
There's so much
and
more
sidebar
context.
want to be a star, whereas he's nice, lives near home, and married a lovely Irish girl.
But just if you were choosing the child to spend the most time with,
I got
like,
it.
would you pick
Yeah,
the
I got it.
Okay.
I
yeah.
got it the first time, yeah.
Hi, my name's Catherine. I'm bisexual. I've got OCD. I've got a hospital stay coming up. Perfectionism. And then I'm going to move to London and become a star. And it's like, oh, brilliant. She's going to be fun. Whereas Peter, he's just sort of like, I don't know, I guess I'll get married and stay close to the family home.
Oh my God. Ellen loved it so much because she's met him and also obviously prefers him. So, hey, listen, let's talk about my favourite thing that happened at your show, which is that I met 2 hogs. Their names were Louisa and Fiona.
Hi, Louisa and Fiona.
And they, because of the bit of my show that I'm talking about how much I love gossip, they brought me some. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, did they say we could say it on the podcast?
They gave me full consent
Shut
and
the fuck
permission.
up.
In writing too. You ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. So a friend of one of theirs had just been invited as a +1. Andrew, you're gonna want to pay attention. As a +1 to a wedding. So she had no emotional investment in the wedding. She just went with her boyfriend.
Okay.
They're at the wedding. They're at the reception. Lovely wedding. Afterwards, she notices there are these yellow stickers on some of the name places. What are they called? Place names? What's the word I'm looking for?
Name tag sort of things, yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. Place
cards.
Place cards, yeah.
Okay.
God, we are all not very bright.
Well, yeah, it's tricky. And we're tired. And you have your period. So listen,
I'm losing a womb lining.
So she's like, I guess they're for the vegans or something. But she thought it looked a bit messy. Not how she would have done it, but that was fine. So she was a bit judgmental, this friend, and I love that for her. So she was like at the wedding and it wasn't for the vegans. Midway through the groom's speech, he invites everyone with a yellow sticker on their name placard to stand. And 4 men do. And he's like, great, the 4 of you fucked my wife while we were engaged. Not only,
Stop.
wait for it, not only was his wife finding out that he knew she cheated.
Wait, but they'd already had the ceremony.
He did it to fuck with. He was like, his logic was, can't get the money back now, so might as well make the announcement big style.
But they had the marriage ceremony.
He got married to her and now they're getting divorced immediately. They're not like married. They are immediately getting divorced. Wait for it. Not only was she finding out at the wedding and her whole family that he knew that she cheated on him. I guess her family were finding out, but she get this. The girlfriends of all of those men were also there and also finding out as it happened. Oh my God. Is that not the most scandalous, delicious piece
I'm
of
sorry,
gossip
that is the wedding
you've
of the
ever
year.
Nothing will top it. Nothing will top. And actually, I do think, having seen some people like break down weddings without getting married, you don't get a lot of your money back. So actually, if you want to go big, that is the way to do it.
Yeah, there's that viral video. Did you ever see that one about the girl and she's like been jilted?
No.
And she sends out her 2 bridesmaids and they're crying and they're like, she just wants to say like, let's have a party, let's celebrate life, let's enjoy ourselves. She doesn't want people to be crying and be sad, and then you can like see that the bridesmaids like just trying their best for her.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, listen, in this scenario,
But the fact that he was able to go through the I do's, the walking out of the ceremony at dinner, and then dinner speeches come after main before dessert.
I assume they did them pre-dinner. I would be like, let's
You
move it to
have
starters.
to.
Let's move it to. But the thing about it is like, I think that says to me, that's like a man who's out of denial and into anger. That's like a rage. Only a rage would propel you through that ceremony. That's like, you have ruined my life. I'm gonna fucking ruin yours.
It's insane.
I'm taking back
Are these
narrative-
7
the
stages
narrative.
of breakup the same as 7 stages of grief? So is it like denial and then anger?
I'm assuming that he
It
would be
must
grieving
be.
the loss of his marriage.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
I
Isn't
can't believe he still
that-
got married. I mean, you can annul that. You don't even have to get a divorce.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Isn't that good?
I'm honestly...
Andrew has thumbed us now, Helen. So we've got
I'm
so we have to
shaking.
bring in the guest, I think. Please welcome to Justy Hogs, it's Laura Ramoso. Enjoy that delicious goss. Oh, hi. As you may or may not know, we are doing a live comedy show, a lineup show. It's called Trusty Hogs Presents Outside is Awful. It's on the 31st of October. A Tuesday is Halloween, so why not come along, join us? And you can get tickets where, Andrew? It's a Zoom gig.
You can go to our link tree or go to ticketsource.co.uk/kerfuffle.
We got bloody well celebrities on there. Come on. Welcome to the podcast, Laura Ramoso.
Welcome to the podcast!
Thank you.
How the hell are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
So worried. Like, in a way, I haven't been for any guest with such immediacy before, because just before we started recording, you said, "Can you curse?" And I thought, oh, sweet God, this poor angel of a woman is in for some, like a horrible hour.
Oh no, I mean I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah,
first of all,
listen,
I'm
you
cool.
seem so
First
cool.
of all, I'm fucking cool. Okay.
Oh my god, sorry. Oh my god, cut that out.
Sorry. Just breaks the microphone. No,
Cunt. No.
I don't know. Yes,
Please.
yes. No, I just you never know. I don't know. You never know.
It's so nice of you to ask. So polite. We haven't had anyone on this podcast so usually Helen invites Helens, and by that I mean she'll
What does
ask
that mean?
it
What does
means
that
she
mean?
asks people onto the podcast who are more her than me, but may I say out the gate,
Yeah.
with this level of apologizing and concern for the rules, it's a Catherine in the house.
It's a Catherine.
Yay!
I
Is
am
that like an
Listener
Irish
Catherine.
Canadian sort of like joining forces thing right now?
Maybe. Are you Canadian?
I mean, I'm half Italian, half German, but moved to Canada when I was 18. So I do consider myself pretty Canadian now.
Yeah, they've beat the politeness into you.
They have.
Good for
yeah.
them.
And sorry about that.
And Italians and Germans are also famously very polite.
Oh,
as well.
famously.
They feel awkward in the world.
I'm obsessed with your videos.
Oh, thank you.
I hadn't seen them until Helen introduced them to us, and now I'm like, oh, German moms are me. I'm German moms. To my internal monologue to myself is that.
You
Yeah.
are so harsh on yourself, and that's 100% what it is.
Like-
I cannot wait to become a German mum.
Although a German mom is harsh unto the world and very confident of themselves.
Oh, I've managed to invert it.
Invert.
So
okay,
I guess
yeah.
maybe I'm more of an Irish mom, but it feels like the world's great. Why
Right.
are you ruining it?
Right, right.
I'm a German
damn
mum
it.
through and through. I genuinely believe I have the power to change the world for the better single-handedly. And at the same time, I also think everyone else is doing everything wrong, and they do need my input with it, because I
Right.
do think I see things clearer than most people do. I also think my intellect is higher.
Right, yeah.
Is the level of
And I'm beautiful.
yeah.
Of course.
And everyone really fancies me.
wow? Do you need us to go?
No.
Is the level of involvement in your life, is that accurate of your German parentage?
Yeah, I mean, especially when I was living at home,
Yeah.
obviously, and in your university years. I mean, now it's a lot more. We're adults, and I'd like to think, but especially when I go visit, yeah, definitely.
Okay,
very
great.
very involved and super outspoken.
And no knocking on the bedroom door, just straight in there.
Just straight in there.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's truly a quality that I found the most stressful as a teenager.
I used to
Yeah.
work in Germany. And
Did you?
I used to work at a hotel doing the breakfast buffet.
You get 2 minutes to speak in German, by the
I
way.
was
2
very good
minutes.
at
You don't
it.
get any
we
longer.
don't need to speak in German. It's an English language podcast.
I know, but I felt like, wow, you speak in German to all the people who don't speak German on this
It's like
podcast.
it's a beautiful language.
Wait, are you not very good at German and you're scared to speak to somebody who actually speaks German?
Nein, ich kann Deutsch reden. Okay, ich habe in Berlin gewohnt.
Ja.
Ich war eine Kellnerin.
Oh my
Ins
God.
Hotel, ja, ich weiß schon. Und alle andere Kellnerin war so deutsch und sie heißt Sylvie und sie war immer so, okay, Helen, mach das sofort! Nein, sofort! Wischen, wischen, wischen! Und dann ich habe dein Video gesehen und dachte, oh mein Gott, es ist Sylvie. Und sie war auch eine Mutter und ich bin das auch.
Sie ist eine deutsche Mutter. Yeah, she's very good. Yeah. No,
Okay.
actually 10 out of 10.
Ja, ich weiß schon.
Oh,
Yes.
that's amazing.
Thank you.
You did the breakfast buffet at a Berlin hotel.
Yeah. Have you
Why
been
are
to
you
Berlin?
saying that with such disbelief?
I mean,
I don't have the vibe of someone who ever worked in service.
I think hotels specifically are like such. I mean, I did front desk at a hotel for 2.5 months.
Which hotel?
It's called the. It was I don't know. If
You
I
don't have to
should-
say the name, but what was the vibe?
The vibe
I
was
love
like.
that you're protecting the hotel's anonymity.
I don't know why.
Good for you.
I don't
Good
know
for
why.
you.
I
And I'm like the Marriott Courtyard, Berlin, Axel Springer Strasse.
No, it was an independent hotel, but like very okay. So in Canada, you know, Canadians, because there's a lot of English or UK immigrants in Canada, they're obsessed with like the UK and the sort of the
Anglophiles.
vibe.
Okay.
Anglophiles,
Okay.
yes. And so it was a very like dark, you know, they want to do the dark wood like manor English
Lol.
hotel. They didn't say it like that, but I have.
That sounds like a place where loose women hang out.
Yes, yes.
It's a hotel, girls.
That was very Texas. It's a hotel.
I'm going to pray for you.
Yes, me too, actually. No, it was like dark wood, like we are like UK.
Wow.
Wait, what are you trying
Let
to
her
say?
have it. Leave her alone.
I want to figure
Leave
out
her
what
alone.
the next word is.
Leave her alone.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Let her-
Hotel.
In the UK.
Dark woods.
Yeah. And like carpet.
Uh-huh.
And
Is that
you know,
specifically English in Canadians' minds? Carpet?
just dark.
Carpet. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Darkness. It's
Darkness, beers. Okay. Anyway, forget
Okay, great.
everything I said. But like,
great.
then just like,
Okay, I'm gonna say this is just a hotel that just hadn't been like redone up.
No, it's
in
that-
like
that-
since the 70s.
that they're
and
pitching
instead
as
you're
English.
describing it as like a woodland retreat for those who need to get away and arrive in the Middle Ages. You'll leave with your tummies full and a head of plague. Like
classic England.
yeah. Okay, so you know the lettering on the outside was like gold and like dark green. Something you see.
They're
in,
going for like ye olde British.
ye
Yeah.
oldie, loldy.
Okay.
you can murder your wife. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh God.
No, but like, but then it was the most boring job in the world.
That's such a shame.
It is a shame. It's just the same conversation over and over. Like, hello, welcome, checking in, deposit. Everyone's always surprised that there's a hotel deposit. Like, you know, your security, your
Like they have to take your card.
yeah, your
details.
credit card.
Yeah,
They're like,
that's
well,
normal.
I'm gonna be fine. I'm like, are you gonna be fine? We don't know. It's
Yeah, we
normal.
just
It's
met you.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and I had to wear, you know, a very loose fitting like Vicra, not Vicra, viscose. What's Vicra? Forget
What's
it. No,
viscose?
like
Like a flammable?
polyester.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
flammable.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, with like a name tag that's like weighing down the fabric way too much. And you're like, I'm Laura. Like it's weighing
I had
it
a
down.
name shield that was perfect in gold, but maybe it's just better at the Marriott.
That's
You had
better
a
at the
what?
Berlin
a little
Marriott.
name shield, a name badge that said Helen Bauer.
Both?
Frau Bauer.
Full
Frau
name?
Bauer.
And less?
Yeah, Frau Bauer. Yeah.
Frau Bauer. Wow.
Oh.
And I
Okay,
was
well,
so fucking sexy, but maybe it was a different hotel, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
We didn't have carpets.
Wow.
Was the conversation the same every morning? Eggs or beans or coffee
It was
or?
just, good morning, Sie Kaffee. And then I would pour them coffee.
Were you also the wake up call at the same time?
Yes. I started working
I'd like my
there.
breakfast with a side of extreme anxiety so that I'm awake.
Yeah, truly.
Within 2 weeks of working there, they realised that my energy levels were like, usually when I start a new job, everyone thinks I'm on like cocaine or something. And it's like, I'm not. I'm just
Right.
like, the world's exciting and I want to make a nice impression.
Yeah.
But I went too hard on it. So they were like, right, so you're the 4:30 a.m. girl. So I was the one that went and put all the milks out on the tables like really early because they were like, she can handle it. But I immediately spooked myself because the hotel was right next to like Checkpoint Charlie. So I'd have to walk through it in the first hours in the morning and there'd be like rats going across.
Wait,
and I
what's
was
Checkpoint
like,
Charlie?
It's like, it's like where the wall, like you could like go between it, like the Russian side and the like Western side in Berlin.
But it's
East
still
West.
like creepy jeepy.
Yeah, they've got like a big
Creepy Jeep's not a
framed
thing.
portrait.
And they have like sandbags.
Yeah.
Like it's like military sandbags. Just
And
to,
a
like,
McDonald's, it's not
and
like-
yeah.
Wow.
And a curryverse museum.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
But I imagine walking through that in the early hours at dawn with the rats. You're like, let me prepare what I'm going to say at the border.
But I also, because like I'm one of those people when I'm walking around the streets, I pretend that I'm in like a different era sometimes, or I'm doing something different. Like,
Laura just described an entire group of people who, because of a dark wood and some carpet, decided
Yeah.
that they were in 1920s England. So please, you don't have to explain yourself.
like ghosts, like when you're in Ghosts and
Yeah.
you're like pretending to be.
Can we talk about how they gave you the 4:30 slot and you were like, it's because I have so much energy and I was well able to handle it,
Yeah.
and not they were like, she's on cocaine, we need her to be away from the guests.
Oh. I think I should just realize that might have been like you're too much for the
Oh my
guests.
god! And then
Just distraught.
because of that time I started, they put me on break at a different time from everyone else.
Uh-huh.
So I was alone in the.
So also too
cafeteria.
much for the staff. Oh, baby Helen.
No, they made me so many cards when I left.
Were they like, thank you
Like,
for
get
leaving?
well soon.
Can you write down that I have some people to message? No, I'm going to message some people and check this because I think I was popular. No, fuck this. I was offered a promotion. To
Work in the back.
Oh my god!
To work in the back.
To run a cafe separately to it that wasn't in the main building.
Empty. Holy.
Wait, am I not likable? No, I'm likable. No, I'm
you are
likable.
so
No, you are
likable.
so
I'm
likable.
fun.
You're so- are you-
I'm fun.
You're
Yeah.
so likable, and Laura's so cool, and like, we're all fucking great.
Don't ruin this for me. No, I
But-
want to be Laura's friend. Please don't ruin this for me.
Friends.
What I guess it sounds like you were is like so fun, and maybe not like service place breakfast 6 a.m. waking
Well, we don't
up
know how
posh
popular Laura
guests.
was at the hotel.
Oh, not. I feel like as soon as I got behind the front desk, I had no personality.
Oh really?
Oh, it's okay.
Oh my god!
Please don't be sad.
That's fine. I think that's how you're supposed to be in a service job. You're supposed to be like, "Hello, thank you, have
Yeah.
a great day, thanks so much."
Yeah, I
Thanks."
always did it wrong.
And honestly, anyone in a hotel, I think you're not the bad person here. It's
Thank
the
you.
guests. The guests
Thank
are
you.
annoying in a hotel. Yes.
They always want sex workers, like constantly. What?
Oh,
And it's like, no.
I was like, they always ask for towels, but I guess
Towels and sex workers.
yes.
And it's like,
Wait, is the word for both in German close? Because Helen might have got that wrong.
maybe.
They're like, "What? I just wanted a towel."
So you gave me a look. Are you like the guests are not the bad people at the hotel?
I actually, do you know what? I used to work at the 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift in an airport, and my brother then went on to work in an airport for a while too. And I actually, it was not that guests at hotels are necessarily not bad. I think I'm charming at a hotel, but I can see how people would be bad.
you actually are. I've been away with you. You're incredibly
Very
charming
nice to
everywhere
staff.
you go.
I hope, but what I will say is my worst experience of working is people in the airport.
Yes.
People lose their freaking minds in airports. Like they lose all logic, all common sense. And I used to work when I was 16 at the outside in a hut where people would come along and buy tickets for a bus into town. So by the time they came to me, their flight had been delayed. Their luggage had been lost. They'd been traveling for 10 hours. They were missing a kid. Or they still had their kid, worse.
And then there's a real Irish person with red hair and they need a picture.
And they literally would ask for pictures.
It's horrendous.
There was two types of people who came out, right? There were, let's be honest, angry Europeans
Yeah.
who were like, "What do you mean we have to get another bus to the place and it doesn't go directly there?" And they could not understand a word I said. Or they'd be like, "Do you speak English?" I'd be like, "That's what I've been speaking the whole time." Or you would get a level of enthusiastic American that was like, "Oh my God, a Leprechaun! There's a Leprechaun at the airport. Can we get a?" And you were like, first of all, it's leprechaun. Second of all, fuck you. Thirdly,
Wow.
yes, you can have a picture provided I get a tip. It was hellish, but mainly it was just like It was bad. It was just horrible weather and people just being so mad
People
they were
do
traveling.
lose their minds at the airport. Have you ever gone to the airport toilets like in the morning? Like
Can I-
everyone forgets how to use a bathroom.
Can I
at the
tell you
airport.
something?
Go for it.
My soon-to-be sister-in-law. I hope she doesn't mind me telling the story. No, can't do that. How about I say this?
Random person.
How about I
Yeah.
say this? My brother used to work in the airport,
Yeah.
and there used to be like somebody whose job it is to check that the cleaning was done properly. Like you have to maintain the service providers and make sure that they're like all doing their job well. And honestly, like it's the single hardest job to have to clean a airport bathroom.
I bet.
People are horrific. Like horrific, and they get so sick on planes, and they
Oh, yeah.
look. I'm not going into it, but there was one woman in the airport office who apparently really enjoyed it, like found it very funny. So she would like she'd be
enjoyed what?
as in she was happy to be the person who the cleaners sent pictures to for reports.
Oh, like she liked getting the graphic poo thing.
She wanted all the pics.
Let's not kink shame. Let's not kink shame now.
Sorry. It's really good.
So she would.
It wasn't a kink. It was just like she found it very funny.
Oh, my
to
dad.
see,
Yeah.
sorry, to see
Poo.
poo photos.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
feel
people
that way.
have so much gas in them from flying, right?
I would wager that an airport bathroom sees more vomit
Yeah.
than like a bar.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree. Yeah,
Just
yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of
horrendous, horrendous.
Yeah, airports are lawless places.
They
so I can
really
imagine
are.
the bathroom is even. I mean, you've got people drinking at like 4 a.m. So
And their flight's delayed, and then they're still drinking.
and no, there's nothing matters at an airport. You're going for it.
yeah.
But there's like the only rule that they make you follow at airports is still that if you're an adult, you cannot go in the kids' play area without a child. The amount of times I've tried to kill time by going on slides, and they're like, absolutely not. And it's like, that's the rule we're following here. It's fucking bullshit. I'm talking about you, Schiphol, in Amsterdam.
That's not a relatable problem. Hey, here's my other question. You're both at Soho at the same time.
We share a dressing room.
Yeah,
We're best
we
friends
do.
now.
We do.
Gorgeous.
We do.
So you're on at 7:15.
A 9:15.
9:15, and you're on at
7:15.
7:15. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah, you should be sorry.
Yeah,
we
and I am.
high-five.
And
Yeah,
may I
we go.
say, I am.
Yes.
How do you find the Soho Theatre experience?
Oh, great. I mean, unrelated. Helen's seen me cry already. I think. No. No, it's
Why?
so good though. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard.
Where are you based for comedy?
Toronto. So I
Okay.
mainly
Do
personally.
you want to hear what Laura's done this summer? A month at Edinburgh with added extra shows and then straight on to 2 weeks at the Soho Theatre.
Sweet Jesus.
I know!
So I'm having the
That's
best.
exhausting. Did you do JFL? Did you do JFL before?
I did JFL right before Edinburgh.
Fuck me.
So it's been a long time, but I just want to say when I said tears, I mean personally, I'm just been away from home for so long. We just caught me in a moment of homesickness.
That's
but
so
So
fair.
I draw it out of people because
Yes.
I'm so emotional. Yeah.
very emotional and
Yeah.
like motherly as
Yeah,
well.
really earnest, sincere.
earnest. But no, I'm having a blast at the Soho, and I'm so happy to be here. It's been,
But that's so
such an
hard to be
iconic-
away from home for 6 weeks. When do you go home?
I go home in a couple weeks.
More weeks? Where else are you going?
I'm not doing shows, but I'm going to go. My parents live in Italy, and I'm just going to go visit them for a couple weeks before going home.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's amazing,
that
but
sounds
it's also
nice.
still like a trip with the family. Like it's still
But it
not
is the
quite full
land of
switch
comfort
off.
food. Like if you were
It
ever
is.
going to go to
Yeah.
a place to just like eat your feelings, you want it to be Italy.
Yes, it's true.
And
What do you go for? Ice cream or like the pastas?
Everything.
all of
Just
it.
eat,
What?
just eat.
Yeah.
Eat.
Come on.
Incredible.
I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so who's waiting at home for you?
So Canada home?
Yeah.
Oh, my husband. He's here now, but he's going back this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah,
He's here now.
Yeah.
I love that he was like, I won't be coming to see your parents.
Oh yeah.
And we can cut that out if you like.
Yes. No.
Right.
No. It's all good. It's all good.
I'll do the first section of the trip.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Yeah,
go
I
off.
will be leaving as you go to see your family.
I just think
That's
the
fine.
idea for me of doing a full month at Edinburgh and then straight to Soho for a couple of weeks.
Oh no,
'Cause I
obviously
did that
you could only
European
trick a
tour.
foreigner into that. No offense.
But I only did 2 weeks at Edinburgh, so it felt okay. But yeah, it's fucking. But I also said to you, like, you've earned your badge now.
yeah, point proven.
You know, I've done the full month at Edinburgh. Once you've done it, you don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
I say that as two women who learnt that lesson and then went back and did it again.
You did
And
the full
again.
month again.
Oh, you've done it 3
times?
times.
I've done
Done
it 3
3 full hours for full months.
So
The Irish love to self-harm.
Yeah, self-flagellation. That's all that is.
I've heard that, you know, after you do it, there's like a period of like, no, never doing it again. But then like the spring comes around and they're kind of like, it's kind of like having a baby where you forget the birth that occurred with your first baby.
Except imagine every single year, everyone you know is having a baby.
So it's not a case of like you'll be the one.
You know what I'm
coming over
saying?
from Canada, everyone's doing it, and if you don't do it, you might be missing out on this amazing thing.
Yeah.
Has it been amazing every time?
No, are you crazy?
Okay.
We're both so medicated. We spend so much money. If we make money from Edinburgh, it goes on therapy.
Right.
Like it's
If we
sad.
make money-
It's bad.
Yeah, I'm
No.
well,
But
that's
it
curious.
is. But it's basically like it's a trade fair, right? It's like you go, here are my wares, and hopefully that gets you enough work during the year that it's fine that you lost all your money and well-being and you know, a sense of self while you're there.
What I would recommend is writing yourself a note.
Now.
Yeah, like just how, like it's been an amazing experience, but like what do you really think you got out of doing it as an endurance test?
Helen, Laura,
What?
last time you saw her, she cried because she's homesick. You're now like, hey, babe, in the midst of
No.
this, why don't you write it out and actually think about it? Did you get anything from this?
No, you get stuff from it, but it's like, do I have to do the full thing? Because obviously
No.
we all want to create new shows. Like I always want to do a new hour, but like how am I going to take that around and it be the most enjoyable way of doing it, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had to do it at least once.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
did,
definitely
you did,
had
you
to
did, you
do
did.
it.
I'm
And
so
you get your
impressed that you
brownie
did.
badge and you put it on your sash.
And well
you're
done.
sewing it.
And well done.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. No, it was all in all a very positive experience, and
Amazing.
I learned so much. I really, really did. But yeah, it was tiring. Of course.
Of course
it was.
Of course. But also then you get to go lie down in Italy and eat loads of pasta.
I can.
Sounds so good,
Doesn't
actually.
it?
It's good.
I take that trade.
Can we come?
Yeah.
Yes! Oh, we
Okay, I'm
actually
in.
should do
no,
it.
I'd love to. We haven't actually been invited.
I've heard the Vatican are selling a new range of magnets. Which are...
How have you heard this?
I'm a magnet collector, so you must... Yeah.
Yeah, keep up, Laura. Come on,
And
keep
it's like,
up.
it's the new Pope, and he's like, and they've got all these like
He's
quotes
not
in
that
Italian,
new a Pope.
which are like proper like basic bitch quotes, which they've like translated
Are
into
you being
Italian,
serious?
like the world's your oyster, and it's like him, like
Really? The
Yes.
Vatican? That's from
at
the Vatican.
Yeah.
Their
That's
official.
astonishing.
Well, their merch has to be constantly coming out.
That's,
Do you
they
know what I
need
mean?
good merch.
That
Yeah,
is
they
good
need
Are you,
new
the,
merch.
the selling options at the Vatican, like you
Truly.
want to have good totes, good beanies, like good magnets, bookmarkies,
Pins.
like you might as well.
No, you're dead right. You should really get on
Milk them
that.
for all they're worth.
Oh my god.
And
Anyone's going to
let's
the
be clear,
Vatican,
they
please
do.
do buy me a fridge magnet with the Pope on it and
No
send
one
it
is
into
listening to
Trusty
this and
Hogs.
also going to the Vatican.
Maybe you're in the Vatican right now and listening to us.
You're not in the Vatican listening.
If you
to
are
us.
in the Vatican right now and listening
Oh
to us,
my God.
This pod.
something in Italian.
Yeah, this pod is an option on the guided audio tour.
Could you imagine?
You should do. You'd be like, this is a painting. Okay, next. Yeah.
This is a painting of Jesus.
Yeah.
Based on
He's
earlier-
a baby here.
I'll be like, what's the checkpoint? You're like, wrong city. I can't believe I didn't know that that's what it was called.
Don't beat yourself up about
I've been thinking about it since.
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh, dear.
hey Andrew, do you have a problem for us?
I do.
Okay, before you
Is it
tell us-
about Jesus?
No.
Wait, before you do it, Laura, what kind of advice giver are you? Would you say?
I would say I'm a sincere advice giver.
Okay,
Yeah, I
and do you
am.
think that you are often right?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Nice.
You're
So
the same person.
I was just asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I mean, I feel like, but I'm always prefacing with like, listen, this is my advice. So like, don't, you know,
The
Oh, no,
product
you
don't
mustn't just tell them this is your only option.
Exactly. Because then if they do it and things go awry,
Yeah, you don't
then
want to be held
you're not-
responsible.
But I will, I believe in myself.
oh my god, I really believe that you did in July as well. That was the worst part. I was like, that was sound like a woman who used to, and then she went to JFL, the Fringe, Soho Theatre,
When you do a
and it's
cupping,
like,
give a little
I feel
cupping.
like Laura doesn't want to be touched, but so we are similar. But I was like, that was like, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, go on.
Please, okay,
Okay.
I'm ready for the problem. Between the three of us, we have one woman's self-confidence, and
Fabulous.
it is Helen's.
Yes, I can do anything as long as I put my mind to it.
Hi, Hogs. This is from C.
Hi, C.
I see.
I love you all so much. I think you're amazing. And as you're such great problem solvers, I was hoping you could help.
Yes.
I, female, was in a relationship for 5 years, moved across from Canada to the UK for this woman,
Whoa.
only to find out she was having an affair. As we bought a house here and got a dog, I'm a bit stuck.
Bought a house here.
She has moved out of the house and is
That
now...
was Em saying the first thing she's ever said on the podcast.
You just heard Em in the background going, fuck.
Em's first contribution to the pod about verbally. Fuck. Fuck.
This is not okay.
Whoa. Go. Sorry, no, come on. We must let the problem hear. Let's hear it out.
So she's moved out of the house and is now living with the affair woman. My problem is I don't have many friends here as I work from home, and as we have so many house repairs to do on the house before we can sell it, it would make sense for us to be friends and get the work done in the house and maybe hang out. My question is, do you think you can be friends with someone who betrayed you? She thinks we can and that we are adults to move past things. However, it took me about 6 months of just crying every day to even talk to her. I still love her, even though I know I can't be with her, and she has no guilt over what she did. She walks around like nothing happened. I feel like we maybe can be friends, but I don't know. I need your thoughts. The worst part is her friends and family don't know about the affair. They just think we broke up. Anyway, I will bring you across to Toronto with me when I move back. But there you go. From C. Quite a lot to unpack there.
Okay, I feel
We
like
all
Canadian,
lent in.
I
We
think,
all
but do you not
lent
think
in.
like you need to talk to her, just sort of like Canadian to Canadian, just like have a moment?
Can you tell her that it's still there and it's nice and it's waiting for her?
Girl. The 6 is there for you. The 6, Toronto, is there.
Wait, what's
right.
the 6?
The 6,
The 6 is Toronto.
It's like another word for Toronto. The 416, which is the area code. It's
That's kind of cool, actually.
That was
The
good.
6
It was
is there
so
for
cool.
you.
It was even cooler before Laura had to explain it. But yes, it was so cool. The 6 is there for you. What?
okay. I am the thing that got me the most. There's no guilt from this partner about having done this. Is such a bad. Okay. I feel like if this was okay. Here,
Work it out, work it out.
Here it is. You've got a house to take care of that you say you have to do repairs on before you can sell it. My advice would be to go into like stealth mode, and I know it's so hard to separate your emotions from the situation, but
like mentally lock yourself down like a psychopath.
mentally lock yourself down, write a list of all the stuff that needs to get done on the house, take control, go be like, this needs to get done, this needs to get done, this needs to get done. If you can manage it, maybe stay with someone else. I feel like it is not conducive to be in this house together as friends. I mean, obviously she thinks you could be friends.
She's gone to live with the woman she cheated on her with.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she's left her in the house.
She's alone in the house
She's
with no
left
friends.
her with all the responsibility. I'll get to that. Go on.
Okay, so I mean, I hate to say this, but even better that you're already like on your own, and I'm sorry to say that. But like, make a list of all the shit that needs to get done. Try your hardest to get it done quickly so that you can sell the house and just move home. Not to say run away from this, but like,
Run.
Girl, run. This sounds horrible. I'm so sorry that you're in this situation, honestly.
Honestly, you need to just tell this fucking ex-partner of yours the amount of pain. The 6 months of crying. This is so painful. You left everything you knew and you moved across the world for someone. And when you arrived, they were cheating on you. This is wrong. Oh, fuck. I would lose it. I'd be like, you're paying for me to go on holiday. I'm going on holiday. I'm working from there. And you are going to do up the house. And then we're going to sell it. And at the end of this, I'm not going to be your friend. And if anything, I'm going to send you bad vibes.
And this is not going to mean anything to anyone here, but when you go back to Toronto, we're grabbing a drink at Ossington and Dundas, and that's on that. Okay.
And now what is that?
That is...
It's an area code.
It's just an area code. It's another word for Toronto, Ossington and Dundas. It's a streets, and they've got a bunch of cute cocktail bars and cafes, and like just a cute place to go to
so
hang.
nice.
But yeah.
Okay, here's the situation. As I see it, what you have listed is all of the ways in which you're taking responsibility and she's taking none. So let's be clear. Yeah. She cheated on you. That is in of itself horrific, and I'm so sorry that
naughty.
deception was there. But what you're saying is, at no point does she have to face the consequences of that action around any of your mutual friends or her family. So of course she doesn't feel guilty because she's allowed to continue living as if it didn't happen. She's left the house, so fundamentally she has left you with the responsibility of the house because she's living a very happy life where it seems like she has somewhere to be until the house is gone, whereas you don't. And also ultimately the person who's there is going to be left with the responsibilities of letting the workers in, letting workmen come through, making the
Yes.
appointments. It's fucked. So no,
Cleaning the toilet
you
off the
shouldn't be
workmen.
friends with somebody, because here's the thing about being friends with somebody. Your friends should be kind to you. She's not. They should respect you. She doesn't. And they should be fair to you, and she isn't. So fuck that. She's not your friend. What would be convenient for her, just like her moving out of the house, you sorting the house, and her family and friends not knowing, is if you were her friend, because it would alleviate probably the last niggle of guilt. Fuck that. No. You're fine. Make the list, absolutely. Get the shit done, the bare minimum you need to get done to get it sold, and get the hell out of there. Also, it doesn't have to be perfect to be sold. That's probably, I'm sure you know the parameters in which it needs to be improved for there to be like sufficient gain back on whatever you invest in the house. I'm sure you're a sensible person.
Is it a seller's
But it does not
market,
need to be
Catherine?
perfect. And, well, no,
it?
house prices are down, but interest rates are up, so mortgages are harder to achieve. It depends. Sometimes it depends on where they are and what their house is like. I don't know. But
I'll buy it.
what I'm
I'll buy it.
also, there are frameworks in which you can sell a house whilst not living in this country. So I don't think you should need to feel, if those are your feelings that you have to be there till it's sold, that's fine. But make sure you're not, it seems like you're living by her set of rules in every regard. So is that actually true? And is it true for you? Is what I would ask. And in relation to friends, you have every right to tell her family and friends, every right. They are, if they're in your life, because you don't have to pretend for her anymore.
I think also you're going through the grief of a relationship ending, and you've got none of your friends are here, and the friends you do have are mutual, and they think that you guys are just broken up, so you don't have anyone to share this
Exactly.
massive grief with. That You've been cheated on.
Exactly.
And you are allowed to
Exactly.
talk about that with people, because
Abso-fucking-lutely.
otherwise you hold it all in, and that's harder.
It's horrendous
Yeah.
that she's asking you to lie for her, having lied to you this whole time.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'd say is, I
Go
do
to the
think
goddess temple.
No, I do think you need friends. And I think for however long you're here, it's okay to try to make some. Whether that's like asking if you can go into the office one day a week, whether that's going to like your local pub quiz and seeing if anybody like whatever, like I don't like join a club, whatever, but like you need something one day a week that's just for you, because it seems like understandably that level of deception and that level of shame that you must feel, because I would feel so ashamed that I didn't know, that I'm putting up with it, that I'm in this country, that I've left my family, even though that's all unfair, you need to rebuild your self-esteem, because it will be on the floor because she's ruined it. And do not be this woman's fucking friend.
Wow, that was really great advice.
Sorry, I really went into a pit of like, I'm so angry on your behalf.
No,
I
there.
saw where you went, and I was there to support it.
That was really
how
good.
Dare she?
No.
Do
It's
you
awful.
not think maybe like a trip to the south of France to do the Mary Magdalene cave might be a nice thing to do?
No.
Because Mary Magdalene was also wronged. And a lot of women congregate there to think about how they've been wronged.
Is this just a trip you and your mom went on?
No, my mum went on it by herself. Well, she went on it with a woman. She went on with a witch that she met. And it's
I
just-
can't. This
you
may I
walk-
say,
you
Helen?
walk.
C has enough problems.
And at the end of it, it's just a cave with a statue of Mary Magdalene and just like divorced women. And I think C would love it.
Give this woman back a bunch of responsibility also, by the way. If you
Yeah.
do make a list of tasks, stuff that's in her control that she can be doing, here you go, off you go. I'm not your fucking maid.
Yeah. And you don't bear the responsibility of keeping this news from your mutual friends because you think they might think differently or of her or of you or whatever, but you didn't do that. She did that by
Exactly.
cheating on you, not by you telling them that she cheated on you.
Oh my
So-
god, yes. If she doesn't want them to know that she cheated on you, then she shouldn't have cheated on you.
Exactly.
Not that you should like keep it to yourself. Absolutely. Oh my god, enraging. Oh, also, the idea that like she's like, we can be friends, which obviously just implies that she didn't love you the way you loved her, and then you said that you're still in love with her. You're not to feel bad about that. It is way more normal to marry someone and buy a house with them because you love them and still be in love with them 6 months after that breaks up than it is to marry someone, get a house with them, and be cheating on them. That's the psychopathic behavior. It's not abnormal to be in love with somebody that you declared an interest in spending your life with. Ugh.
I kind of need you to be here right now.
Yikes.
See. I feel like you need a talking to, like, face to face. Like, you need love and warmth, but also someone to be like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You have to treat yourself like you would treat your actual friend in this scenario.
Like, what would you do if your friend had this situation?
And some days it would be, right, we're getting in the shower. It might be the only thing we achieved today, but we're getting in the shower and we're eating vegetables. And I'm sure it sounds like you've pulled yourself through that if it's 6 months of crying. So fair fucks.
Yeah.
But now, like, fuck that guy.
Which camera is the one that's... Is that one? Okay.
Yes, Laura.
See, listen.
What's on YouTube?
Listen to this. I'll just say one thing, is I think you have more control than you think you have in this situation. Like, you have the control to get yourself out of this. You do. You maybe don't think you do, but you absolutely do. Just take it one step at a time, go down that list and get shit done. And you will
Agreed.
do it.
I think that's so true.
I still think I'd go to the Mary Magdalene cave. I know this list thing is important, but, like, different personalities. But, like, I'd say cave too. Hello?
Maybe you could write a list on the walk.
Maybe you could write the list on the walk. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like having two Catherines here.
Yeah, sorry about that. Wow, my heart goes out to you. But also,
Sorry.
just like, and also the last thing I'll say is, like, that other woman who thinks that she's won some prize, poor her.
Oh, yeah. The one that's now
Poor
living
her.
with this one.
Fuck. She thinks she won something so shiny. And at some point, like, anyone who could do that to you will, if not do that, doesn't understand the dynamics of relationships and what they respect or like what they require in terms of respect or like maturity. So fucking hell, that's gonna be a nightmare.
There's just so much in this problem. But the main takeaway is she's not your friend.
And
She's not
you
treated
have
like a
more
friend.
control than you think you do. I think that's such a
Yes.
good point. And the 6 is waiting for you.
The six. And the six and Dundas and Garfield, was it?
Yeah, Garfield.
Dundas and Garfield was actually?
No.
it wasn't. It's a
get-
cocktail bar. No, it's not. It's a street. Is it? I'm
Just-
lost.
and also
the
go-
6.
Go get some friends who are kind to you, respect you, and fair to you.
Oh,
Even new
Canada.
friends are still better than that shit. Fuck
Let's have some
that.
maple syrup.
Yes.
Yeah. Yucatan
What
province.
the fucking
Is
hell
that a
is-
place?
What?
That's Mexico, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
No, wait,
The
Yukon. Yukon, because Yvonne of the Yukon. Did you see that cartoon when you were growing
No,
up?
I didn't, no.
Yvonne of the Yukon.
I didn't,
And he just wore pants. Okay.
Hey Laura, if people want to find you online, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, on
Great.
TikTok at LAU_Ramoso, RAMOSO.
Oh
It's
my
my
gosh,
favourite
they're
Instagram channel.
such
Thanks.
funny videos. You're gonna have the best. I'm actually jealous of people who are going to discover you now because oh god, they'll have the whole. See, when you get sad, watch more videos online. That's a healthy tip. And where can people? So Instagram, they can find you on TikTok. What about if they want to see you do live shows?
Well, in my Instagram bio, I have a link of all my live shows.
Amazing.
Coming
And
up,
Frances, the live show that you're currently doing is so amazing. I saw her at Edinburgh. It's so funny. And if you can get a ticket, lucky fucking you.
Yeah. And now, the last thing to say is if you see Laura in an Italian restaurant eating pasta or ice cream, leave her alone.
Leave me alone.
Leave her alone. She
Yeah.
needs a break. Okay? It's not time to talk. It's not time to ask her how she is. She's fine. She just needs a minute. Thank you. No, she's good. She's fine. Thank you. She does appreciate it, but she's having a little minute.
I will say, though, if you do need to interrupt her because you've got a magnet of the Pope, I think that's allowed.
That's allowed.
That's allowed. If it's to give a Maggie, then we'll be chill about
Yeah,
it.
I'll ship
Okay,
it over
cool.
to you. Yes,
I'm glad. I'm really glad we checked in with that. Do you now, I mean, the problem is you have to go home to your husband after all of this and hope that he's not been cheating on you.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I hope
Where
so
did
too.
that come from?
I'm C, actually.
No! Oh my god! Oh my god! But how sad if you were seeing, then you were saying to yourself, "Don't worry,
You
we're
have
getting
more
back.
You
to
have
the
more
sex.
control than you think you do.
We're friends." Oh no!
No. Yeah, I'm going home to him.
Yeah.
Like
Good for you.
lazy.
You're smart to
having you on this side of the pond.
I will too.
It's been really nice.
It has been great. Yeah.
Do you have a podcast?
I don't. I'm taking a little break, so I'm kind of happy. I don't have anything to promote.
Promote your favorite pasta. What's your favorite pasta dish?
Oh, my favorite pasta is a carbonara.
Really?
Oh, you surprised? Is it because you don't do
It's-
it right here?
No, hey, no, I don't eat meat, but
Oh, sorry.
And also, I'm not English, so your offence can't hurt me. The food here is bad, correct? But I was more shocked that it was such a boring answer. Sorry.
I'm
It's just
gonna flip the table.
Feel free to fight back with her. What have you heard about Irish food that's amazing? Don't let her just do things like that. Like, what? I love the potatoes.
Don't be led by her to
There's
say something
like,
culturally insensitive. Don't do that. Don't follow her lead.
I even ran out of those, so it's
Carbonara-
mad. It's
carbonara's-
absolutely mad.
Ran out of crazy.
Where do they go? What's the
Indeed.
potato famine if you didn't run out of them? Oh,
I'm sorry
sick
you
of
had to
it.
see us like this. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, this is a strive.
What's your
Carbonara.
favourite Irish stew? I'd expect something more
Irish. It's
exciting.
the Irish stew. But wait, so what's your favorite Italian dessert?
I like a panna cotta. Oh, silence. Listen,
Just
your
'cause
favourite
tiramisu
German
exists.
a Marmorkuchen.
Oh, lovely.
What's that?
Marmorkuchen.
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
It's like it's a marbled cake. It's very nice. And what's your favourite Irish pudding?
Yeah, what's your favorite Irish slop?
Yes! See, this is it! This is it! And then you just punch her in the face!
No,
What do you eat? You slop out of you, you pails of hay!
Irish food is bad. English food is bad. But of Italian, one of the best cuisines in the world, it's wild to just choose cream for main and cream for dessert. But that's cool.
It's not cream, it's egg.
I know,
There's
but
no
like
cream
it's just
in
such a
carbonara.
basic. It's
There's
just such
no
like a boring. Hey, good for. Listen, yum.
What? No, I
Egg
mean
and
good for you.
pancetta.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yum.
You obviously never had like a proper one, and I hate to be this person right now, but you obviously haven't
I'm
tried.
raising your hand as well.
I'm raising it, like, and I'm saluting because.
Please
like,
put your hand down. Please.
I won't actually. Wow, I'm sweating. This is
Wow.
I'm
It's
angry.
Okay, you can go. Thank you
I've
so
never
so
seen that
much for
level of
coming.
conviction around
Let's
a
all just calm
carbonara.
down because now we're just proving that women can't work together
Okay,
again.
fine.
Okay, thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you for having me.